The MSC 2025 just ended and my god, that was some crazy finals. But how did we get here? How Karltzy became the face of MLBB and what's the full journey behind this epic clash? Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will unmask the epic journey of Cavalry in MSC 2025. Let me first explain everything right from the group stage to knockouts and then the finals. Let's get straight into it. Group A was straight. You had TLPH, ONIC Indo, SRG OG and Mythic Seal all shoved into one chaotic bracket. And no one had an easy time getting out. Team Liquid PH kicked things off with a clean 2-0 sweep over Ultra Legends. It was fast, in fact, it was the fastest upper bracket series in the group stage, and that would actually come into play later. More on that soon. ONIC Esports had to work a little harder. They went to Game 3 against CFU Gaming but managed to pull through 2-1. Then you had SRG OG and Virtus Pro. This one was spicy. VP came out strong, taking Game 1, but SRG rallied back to close to 2-1. It wasn't pretty, but it was clutch. In the upper bracket semi-finals, ONIC and Team Liquid PH clashed, and this one went the full 3 games. We were able to see the debut of Aman, and it was a GG for the ONIC ID. But TLPH took it 2-1 with some seriously clean macro play. Then on the other side, Mythic Seal showed SRG OG beating them 2-1. They showed up big when it mattered. That locked in Team Liquid PH and Mythic Seal as the first 2 teams from Group A to qualify for the knockout stage. Now let's talk about their lower bracket carnage. CFU eliminated Ultra Legends with a 2-1 win, while Virtus Pro held off Corinthians also 2-1. That set up 2 elimination semis, SRG OG versus CFU and ONIC versus Virtus Pro. SRG wiped the floor with CFU 2-0 cold clinical. ONIC meanwhile seemed done playing around. They took down VP 2-0 and secured their own knockout slot alongside SRG. So the 4 teams moving forward from Group A: Team Liquid PH, Mythic Seal, SRG OG and ONIC Esports. Now Group B, this was all about comebacks and underdog runs. Homeboys and Team Flash kicked things off in a wild 2-1 brawl. Flash took the first game, but Homeboys bounced back and closed the reverse. Team Spirit made quick work of DFYG with a clean 2-0, no surprises there. Then came RRQ Hoshi versus Area 77. This was the demolition. RRQ worked it into. And now we get to the first real twist. ONIC Philippines versus Aurora Turkey. Aurora started off strong by securing the first victory, and the ONIC clapped back by winning the next match. And in the end, Aurora shocked the world by beating ONIC Philippines in the final round, sending Team ONIC to the lower brackets. In the semis, Team Spirit shut out Homeboys 2-0. They looked focused and scary. RRQ had to work for their win over Aurora. It went all 3 games, but RRQ sealed it in Game 3 to become the second upper bracket team to qualify. Now on to the lower bracket, and it started with Team Flash eliminating Dian Fang with 2-0. ONIC PH is still recovering from that upset loss, took down Area 77 in a convincing 2-0. Then set up Aurora versus Flash and Homeboys versus ONIC. Aurora once again went to Game 3, this time taking down Flash 2-1. And ONIC versus Homeboys, this was ONIC's redemption arc. After all the doubt, they came through with 2-1 win. Kelra absolutely popped off in that series. So Group B's final 4: Team Spirit, RRQ Hoshi, Aurora Turkey and ONIC Philippines. Now here's where things get interesting. The knockout stage began shortly after, and here how it worked. Each 2-0 team selects a 2-1 opponent, and the 4 teams that were on the upper side were Team Liquid PH, Mythic Seal, RRQ Hoshi and Team Spirit. Not gonna lie, but the selection process was both intense and funny, with King Kong almost knocking Team Spirit then and there. So here's how the quarterfinals ended up. Team Liquid PH versus Aurora Turkey. Mythic Seal versus ONIC Esports, RRQ Hoshi versus SRG OG, Team Spirit versus ONIC Philippines. The quarterfinal games were held and the 2 teams secured a clean sweep. It seemed like fate brought Team Liquid and ONIC face to face once again, and Karltzy proved why he is the #1 jungler. Bro literally pulled Alpha Jungle out of nowhere and won the game. It felt like TLPH were always ahead in the drafts. They banned ONIC's comfort picks, and while ONIC tried to do the same, let's be real, Karltzy always had something up his sleeve. TLPH secured the victory with 3-1 score and successfully earned a spot in the finals. On the other side of the world, SRG faced ONIC PH in the semi-finals, the defending team versus the world champions. The match was nail-biting to watch, but SRG emerged victorious and advanced to the finals. The grand finals were played in a best-of-7 format, with TLPH facing SRG for the championship. Meanwhile, we got to see ONIC versus ONIC in the battle for third place. The game between the ONIC was sure fun to watch. We saw Indo pause and Kairi Kumar's Bush moment. ONIC PH really pulled a TikTok move in the tournament. Talk about Baksha trauma our boys facing. Nonetheless, ONIC PH secured a W and got themselves the third place. Alright, fun aside, now comes the intense final between Team Liquid and SRG OG. One team must defend their crown while the other needs the title to complete their trophy set. The first game started strongly for SRG as they dominated the entire map with Farsa and CC. But hey, the cavalry didn't give up there. They fixed their mistakes in the second half and went on to win the rest of the games with ease. TLPH lifted the trophy with Karltzy, the young god, become the face of MLBB. Hey, it didn't end there. Sanford was awarded the final MVP and his reaction perfectly matched mine. It was a great series to watch, and who would have thought we would see Magnus Carlsen in the arena. Nevertheless, TLPH were determined and won the title with style and charm. I enjoyed the games, but the only thing I didn't like about the whole series was Muntun didn't drop the final 50 diamond codes. So mad at you, Muntun. Anyway, a huge congratulations to Team Liquid Philippines, Pinas Laban. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.